You're watching American Athletic Conference Softball on ESPN Plus from Lovelace Stadium in Denton, Texas. It's the first of 3 games on the weekend between the Florida Atlantic Owls and the UNT Mean Green. I'm Chris Mycoskie alongside Smacker Miles. These are the top 2 teams in the American, with FAU in first, UNT 2 games behind, and also playing with some fire this weekend after getting swept at UAB.
UNT comes into today's outing with no home conference losses. So what a challenge they have in hosting number 1 FAU.
When you look at top players on these 2 rosters, for FAU it starts with Jessiana Mora playing so well of late. Her .433 batting average on the season ranks 2nd in the American, really going at a different level right now.
Moore is an unbelievably reliable sophomore. She started all 55 games as a freshman for FAU. By the conference tournament, she hit .350, and she picked right up where she left off. She's hitting .433 on the season so far. And in the last 5 games, 5 RBIs, 4 runs, and a home run. She is great with batters on base.
For North Texas, Lexi Cobb has increased her batting average by 89 points over the past couple of weeks. While the team hasn't had as much success as they like, Cobb's been great.
Cobb has stepped up in a big way in the last 5 games. Coach DeLong said he knew she had it in her. She just needed to get some more confidence at the plate. She didn't start out hot, but she is leading the Mean Green right now. He said she's stinging the strike zone really well, and that's been a big part of her getting more walks and more hits.
Top-notch student athletes on both sides trying to hold on to first place, the FAU Owls, while UNT, if they can pull off a sweep this weekend, could be at the top of the standings themselves by the end of Sunday. It's number 1, Florida Atlantic, and number 2, UNT, the first of 3, next on ESPN Plus. Tied for the team lead with 37 runs batted in. Jackson and the next batter up, Jessiana Mora, both have 37 runs batted in this season, and Pursuti will head home. Ball got away from Moffitt, and that allows the Owls to get on the board first. It's 1-0.
Owls did a really good job manufacturing that run with smart at-bats in the first inning, able to batter around and then capitalize on the mistake of the pass ball. Anytime you have a leadoff runner on third, that means that they are a base runner, and you have to throw strikes and avoid that potential.
And it does go down as a wild pitch on Childers. Mean Green lead the all-time series, 24-15, including that 3-game sweep last season. 3-1 pitch into foul territory, but Pursuti able to get it right next to the wall. Tagging is Lexi Cobb. We're tied at 1.
This has to be an exciting start for UNT. They haven't been hot early in games so far this season. When they score in the first inning, they're 17-5, so that's a really good sign if you're in the Mean Green dugout. Wagner facing the top of the order for the first time. She's a veteran pitcher with a lot of innings under her belt.
3-2 into left, and Nicholson comes down with it. Here comes Mole. Ball gets away from Moffitt, allowing FAU to take the lead. It's 2-1 Owls. Hello, friends. Masters coverage continues tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central on ESPN Plus. With a 3rd round from Augusta, ESPN Plus will continue featured hole and featured group coverage with the final 2 rounds tomorrow and Sunday. Chris Mycoskie, Smacker Miles, Masters weekend in Denton, Texas. Molly Rainey will grab a stick and walk up to the plate to face Gabby Sacco, unleashing one to the right side. It'll fall fair. Rainey is aboard with a nice stroll to first base.
Chris, I could never continue that. It was so well done.
Oh, you broke it up.
Rainey gets that hit right in the middle,
I thought we were going to go the whole
half
half inning, Smacker. With those losses, North Texas dropping to 10-5 in the conference. Well, Florida Atlantic won 2 out of 3 against Charlotte, upping its record to 12-3. Past a diving Kylie Chanel, Molly Rainey gets the go sign. And we are tied again, this time at 2 as Tatum Sparks comes through for UNT.
Sparks fired up with a clutch hit for UNT. You mentioned her recent at-bats, and Coach DeLong talked about his team can do it. They need to believe that they can do it. And Sparks took that at-bat like she knew she could do it, and it came off the bat hard.
The transfer from Duke. Potential double play ball for North Texas, not handled by Simon, and everybody is safe.
We just mentioned both teams making contact and playing it out in the field. A potential double play turns into runners advancing. A frustrating bobble for Simon.
Play for Smith is potential DP, getting it to Simon and on to Gamble. 4-6-3. UNT turns it and holds FAU scoreless in a half inning for the first time tonight. The score remains 2-2. Perfectly executed from Smith to Simon and on to Gamble. Into center. Going back and watching it hit the top of the wall. No, it gets out. Tatum Sparks with a leadoff homer. The hand comes up from London Baptiste, our third base umpire. A solo shot for Sparks gives UNT a 3-2 lead. That came back into the field of play, hitting off the netting beyond the wall.
Sparks is a talented power hitter. She has had a good day so far, shaking off last weekend and making solid contact both times. A shot to center field. Right to the middle of center field.
2-2 count after the wait. Blew it past her. Mull swings and misses, and Mackenzie Wagner with her first strikeout in this relief appearance, leaving Cameron Jackson stranded. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th inning in Denton. North Texas maintains a 1-run lead over first place FAU. 2-2 pitch, line to right field, a one-hopper to the wall for Kat Ibarra. Into second base with a stand-up double for the transfer from UTSA.
Liebrick played Ibarra shallow, and Ibarra drove it right beyond her. Ball hits the wall, and Ibarra is able to use her skill set and her speed to get to second base.
Turns the North Texas batting order over for Lexi Cobb. Showing bunt, runner going, throw gets into center field. That'll allow Ibarra to score. North Texas increases the lead to 4-2.
Coach DeLong made some adjustments going into this inning, and at first you don't know his idea or his strategy with what he wants the team to do with that. It's been pretty apparent that he wants them to be patient at the plate.
North Texas locked in on defense. One offering. To the left side for Tatum Sparks. Throw across the diamond. Into Kaylee Gamble. Light the tower here in Denton. A win to begin a critical 3-game series in the American. North Texas takes it 4-2 over Florida Atlantic.
Coach DeLong wanted to see his team believe, play with a sense of urgency, and play with passion. They came out, faced adversity early on with pitching, and they answered. They stepped up, and those challenges of passion and urgency were absolutely met.
Mackenzie Wagner goes the final 6 innings, holding Florida Atlantic scoreless, allowing just 2 hits through 20 batters faced. The North Texas offense scoring single runs in the 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 6th to give the Mean Green the win. Ainsley Lambert solid in relief for FAU. Tatum Sparks, the offensive star for North Texas tonight, that included a solo homer to begin the 4th.
UNT's bats got hot. They did a good job of scoring those runs, not leaving runners on base. And Wagner threw 6 innings when it wasn't her outing to be expecting to start. She stepped up and had a lot of stamina. UNT will look to her later in this series. So a good first night for her and momentum built.
They'll light the tower here on the UNT campus to celebrate the win, but this entire stadium will go dark momentarily as the drone show is about to begin at Lovelace Stadium. Should be a lot of fun here for the fans in the stands. For Smacker Miles, I'm Chris Mycoskie. Thanks to our tremendous crew behind the scenes as well, led by Matthew Wilmarth. This has been a presentation of the American Athletic Conference and ESPN. We're right back here with you on ESPN Plus for Game 2 of this 3-game set tomorrow. 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central from Lovelace Stadium in Denton, Texas. Good night.